With our structure now in a project environment, let's build that feature curved wall behind. And we're going to need to do that by entering a conceptual mass environment that will allow us to make a shape and then apply a wall to it. And we'll go through that step by step. So I'm going to go to New and open up another conceptual mass and rename it when I save it. And we'll call it curve wall. And we'll put some markers down to give us an idea of the scale. So that curve is going to be generated behind what will be the structure, and let's say that's in the center. So let's just make a couple of reference planes. I'll come out, let's say 70 feet on either side. Try that one more time. See if I can reset that distance that way. There we go. So now we have that a 70-foot length, and let's just do some kind of strategy about how we'd make that curved surface. So I'm thinking I'm going to select that as the working plane, and let's draw a Nurbs curve. And we'll look at that from the top view, kind of finesse it around a little bit here. We'll select that point and bring it down. Looks a little large. And we'll just move these so that they're exactly on the reference points. There we go. Okay, so we want to extrude that up, but we want the top to be a little bit different. So let's go to the south elevation. And what I'll do is I'll copy that up. And I'll need to take the constraint palette off. And we'll go up, well, let's say we'll pick some number like 44 feet. And we want that to have a shape to it. So I'm going to pull this up and maybe pull this down a little bit, just so we have a little curve to that. And we'll look at that in a 3D view so we get an idea what that shape geometry is. It's not a great view. Let's go to this simple view. And let's pick the other side. There we go. And now I'm going to take these two lines and create a form out of them. And that'll be our curved wall. But right now it's just a shape. It's not a form element. So we're going to, I'll save it so I don't forget. And I'm going to load it into the project. I'm going to go into our M6 project. And we'll place it near our structure. And we're getting our mass warnings again, which is okay. And we'll go to our 3D view. One of the problems with the having all these tabs open with the same names to all of the elements, it gets a little hard to keep track of everything. But I think that's a good start to that. Now we want to apply a wall value to this. So let me first do this. I'm going to go ahead and close off our curve. It's because I'm a little confused with the amount of tabs I have open here. We really no longer need our adaptive column to be open. I'm going to close that one off, just a little housekeeping. And probably, let's see, this is the roof form in the family version. So I'll go ahead and close that off too. So now we just have is the project file open. And I'll go to the 3D view so we can get a, whoops, we still have our truss open, so I'll close that off. And we'll go to the, we'll just make a new 3D view that gives us that relationship between the curved wall and our truss element. So what I'd like to do now though is really take this and make a wall out of it. And there's a nice tool in the architecture palette to do that. So if we go to wall and we go wall by face, we can come over and touch the face of that and we'll make a wall element out of it. And and now you'll notice it has a thickness to it. And we'll change the properties of that. We'll make it into a feature wall. So I'll select the wall, and we'll duplicate it, and we'll call it stone wall, because I'm going to add a texture to it. We'll go and edit it, and I'll make it thicker. I'll make it 12 inches thick. And by category, I'm going to make up a new texture. So I'll select the little front of it. Sorry about that. And we'll make a new texture or a new material. And I'll rename that. Oops. I didn't want to do that. So let's, excuse me, sorry. One click too fast, too many. Default new material. I'm going to rename that to stone. And we'll go to the appearance palette, and I'll find an image. And I have in mind this stone texture that I like. And I'll change its scale a little bit because I'm sure it's very small. It's only a foot by something. We'll make that, let's say 20 feet. Just to really upscale it. Done. We'll apply that. We'll do all of the endless number of OKs to get back out. And we'll go to our 3D view at the ground level. And I have the conceptual mass showing. That's why there's that blue overwriting the texture. And so the way to do this now is to get rid of all of these masses. So I'm going to go to Massing and Site and select, actually turn these off. That's all I do is just click on it. And now all of the blue lines are gone. And let's do a little bit of rendering. So I'm going to go to Graphic Display Options. I'll get rid of the edges. I'll smooth the lines. We'll start bringing some shadows in. We'll adjust the lighting. And we'll add some background sky. There we go, starting to look nice. And we need to add a few more buildings around it or structures. So I'll do that in the next clip. And then the following one, we'll put it together as a presentation.